we'll start the video out with this old boy. El Chapo's in the doghouse again. He woke me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, scratching on the door, wanting to play. He's a wild man. But in this video, I got a new camera, and it's real good for close-ups. I'll show you some Creek Chert Artifacts, well, actually a cache and a few other things, and we'll look at it in detail. Look at this maniac. Somebody's just out of control this week. You out of control? Tell him. We'll enjoy the video, and you'll see him again. This is my pet squirrel, the Squirrel Meister. Tell him you're in trouble. You in trouble? Look at him. You're always in the doghouse, Squirrel Man. Waking me up when it's still dark. It was still dark. Tell him, Squirrel Man. You gonna do it? What's that? You're upside down. I like to torment him. We'll enjoy the video later. Alright, I got a new phone, and it's a real high-end one, and the camera's excellent. My dad had one of them, so I got one yesterday after I messed around with his. And I want to show you some of these pieces that I've found with this good camera. You can really see the detail on it. All of this stuff's made of Crooksville chert, also known as Brush Creek, and this is a cache. I'll have to look at the videos. I think I found this point first, and then like the end scraper, and then I found this core, and I knew this stuff's all associated. I'm way far away from the source of Brush Creek Chert in Crooksville, Ohio. This is it right here. This is Crooksville. See how good you can see it with this? This is it. This is the core. You can see where the flakes have come off here, where they've been spalled off. Man, this is a good video on this thing. You can see the surface of it there. It has classic orange spots that leach out of it. It's like iron oxide that leaches out of the stone. You can kind of see some of it here leaching out. But here's the tools. Here's a flake of it. I kept all the flakes and everything. They're all right off this block. You can see it's undoubtedly off of this. I keep going back because I'm hoping to find some of the flakes that fit right up into the core, which is possible. See, right there is orange. See the orange in here leaching out of the stone? It's classic for this. And like I said, this is the core that all of these pieces were made off of. And here's some of the flakes. But you can see it here. See the orange? It's kind of a tannish brown material, and it gets these orange spots on it. I found all of this stuff within steps of each other. Right here you can see it again. See it there? This is Brush Creek. Classic. There's another little orange spot leaching out of the stone. This should help you identify this material. It's all over the river on the Ohio-West Virginia border, clear to Pennsylvania. See right here, orange spot. I talk about it in my videos, but with a GoPro you can't get this level of detail on the stuff. Here's an end scraper made out of it, right off this block. Right off this block. It's gonna when you find a cache like this, it's also the color's gonna vary a little bit, because this was laying like down in the base clay, and I flipped it out. So being in the base clay versus the sand, the color can be just a little bit different. I'll get it out too in the last clip on this video. I have a point that the tip, it's broken in half, and I found two pieces separately, and one piece I found in the wash like in the winter, and the other piece I found up on the base clay, and they're clearly different color from the patination process over time. We'll show that at the end. But here's an end scraper made right off this core. You can see the work all around the edge of it there. It's Crooksville. Every piece here is Crooksville. Here's another piece of it. You can see it's clearly off the same stone. And I'm so far from the source where I found this stuff that there isn't any doubt. There's not a lot of this material on this site, but there's some. So I got just in a place maybe where there was a house and they had a deposit of this stuff all together in the floor of the house in a little pit. But here's the nicest piece. It's got a translucent tip on it. It's an Amos. This is an Amos cache. You can see it. Classic Crooksville chert. In the last video I talked about how one notch is squared off and one's rounded. This has got it. This is classic for an Amos. See how it's almost like an E notch there on one side, and then the other side's rounded. And I'll do a future video where I really get into it and show a bunch of examples. You can see the translucency there on that tip. This Crooksville around the cortex of the stone a lot of times has translucency on the outside. It's kind of a waxy surface. And this piece is made off a flake that tip was towards the outside cortex. That's why it's translucent. I found a lot of it. That's how I know that. Here's another Amos. Classic Crooksville chert. You can see an orange spot right here in this bottom serration. Man, you can really see the chipping on these things. See there? Right there at the tip of my finger. It's like iron oxide leaching out of that stone, and it puts a little like patina spot on the stone. That's a beauty. Here's another one. This one has a barb dang. We can see the orange spot right here. And it's an old break. You can see it there. It's a classic Amos too. But I hope you enjoyed this. This ought to help you identify Brush Creek Chert, also known as Crooksville. And you know, the Overstreet, I'll put up some pictures at the end of this type in the Overstreet with some dates. I find big sandy broad bases associated on these sites with these serrated points, and I also find Hardaway Palmer looking points. I have a few off where I've got into places like this with a lot of Amos material. I find real mustache based points. But I hope you enjoy this. This camera is awesome. You can really see what I'm talking about. You can see right there, classic piece of Brush Creek chert. You can really see the orange on this. Really see the orange. And I'll do this with lots of my stuff. I have other caches. I'll show close-ups of them in the future and do all my points with this phone. But this is an unbelievable find. This is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Associated material that's all age specific, that you can really see a cross section of the artifacts. And the different styles and the points. This is what I'm looking for. Absolutely. And that's a classic Amos point right there. With that, you can see that squared off E-notch. And I have them even with 2 E-notches. I have triple notch ones and ones that are notched 4 times, and like hybrids between big sandies and E's. So there isn't any doubt once I show all the stuff that they're associated with these big sandy broad bases, because I have the points that kind of transition from big sandy to these. So, well, anyway, I will get back to you on the next one. It's been raining all morning, but it stopped. It rained a bunch. I'd say the river's up. I don't even know if I'll be able to look, but I might give it a shot. Later, folks. Alright, here's the point I was talking about earlier in the video that I found in 2 pieces. I'd say that it got freeze popped apart a long time ago. It might be broke, but you can see the just absolute color change on it. I think I found the tip first laying in the wash, and then I found this when it was real cold, maybe, laying up on the shore. You can see this is almost white, and then you get to that tip and it's peach, and it's broken apart, and it was broken apart a long time ago. And the reason why it's different color is because the base and tip laid in different soil, and it changed the color of it over time. That's a heck of a find. Here's a base of another one I found on the same beach. You can see it's about the same. I'd say the same guy made them. I'm hoping to find the tip of this. It's there someplace. The reason why I'm finding stuff like this is because I'm on a village site versus, you know, just walking a random field. I'm right where these people lived, right around their ancient homes. So this stuff, I have a chance at finding lots of stuff that fits together, lots of stuff that's associated, and that's the places I look, and I sift them. You can see the work on that there. Get a real good close-up of this point here. You can see the definite color change there and how that point's broken apart. It might even be fire popped. It could be. You can see the break. It's like it's blown apart versus broken apart. It might be fire popped anciently, and then the pieces were in different soil. But you can see the little needle tip on it there, the serrations. A trait of the Amos points is a needle tip. Almost all the classic ones have just an insane needle tip. I'll show all these real nice ones in a future video here. I have a lot of videos to do now with this better fan, but I told you I'd show you, and there it is. Thanks for watching, folks. Alright, I just got my mail a few days ago, and I apologize for the delay on doing some of these letters. Sometimes I don't get my mail for 60 days. It just depends on how quick I'm getting videos. I gotta find clips. I get so busy. But this is from Mr. Harry Smith of Springfield, Ohio. I'll read the letter first. He's got other stuff under the thing. Rocks, please accept this money to help with postage. I like what you do for the children who write you. I know postage isn't cheap. I love watching your videos on the tube. Wish I was younger and in better health so I could do what you do. Just turned 78. Well, I'm almost 50, man. I'm getting up there. I dislocated my toe again. I can barely walk. I'm feeling the effects of age, believe me, man. Take care of Squirrel Man and your little dog. God bless. Please, I do not expect anything in return for this gift. Please use where needed. I also thought you might find the newspaper article. Entertainment. Take care of Mom and Dad. Yours and Christian Charity Henry. Well, I really appreciate it. Or Harry, I really appreciate it. I haven't had any kids write in, but I did have, and I have another letter here I will show you. It's a group of people that visit kids in school, and I just sent them a package of stuff, and they gave packages to all the kids and did a talk on artifacts. I sent them some pottery and stuff. I think we're going to use all the donations I have up to this point for postage, and I sent them a big box of stuff for the kids. And here's the article he sent. You'll probably be able to find this. It's in the Springfield News Sun. It's Mansfield Man unearths Native American village. You can probably find this online. I'm going to read the article. It's amateur archaeologist Mark Hirschman of Mansfield is uncovering a story a former Native American village in Coshocton has to tell little by little, and this guy's sifting out on this site. Mark Hirschman. You can probably find this article online. I'll read it when I get in the house. But I appreciate it, man. This will go to a good cause, and I'll show here in a future video within the next month what we're going to do with this money, because I have like $100 already. I might be able to get some, you know, average points off another hunter around the area that sells some stuff to put in the bags. Some pretty nice points, you know, to put in with the stuff. Let's see here. This is from Audrey Bartek, Monongahela, Pennsylvania. And this person sent $20 too. We use this. I'll show you. There's another letter too. I'll show you what this money will go to, and I'll get the package ready and I'll do a video on it. I have to tell you how glad I am that I found your channel. Love the videos, every one of them. My favorite one is the marble dump. It blew my mind. My love for colored glass started at 8 years old, and I would find pieces of church window glass from an old Quaker abandoned church. Squirrel Man is the boss of your house. Yeah, the videos of you giving him a bottle in bed is precious. I too had a wild animal for a pet raccoon named Michael. Had him 3 years until he grew up, and one day he just left, and he was a great pet. Another reason for writing is to tell you how about the cobalt blue perfume bottles that you are finding. You can Google this. Evening in Paris, very popular in the 1950s at Christmas time. They would have gift sets. The blue box was lined with white tuffets and different assortments of their cobalt blue bottles of perfume, cologne, powder, etc. Started in New York in 1925. Also, the perfume bottle shaped like a crown. It is called Wind Song by Prince Machiavelli. It does look a lot like a Royal Crown miniature bottle. I also love the river as you love the Ohio. My river is the Monongahela. We rode the paddle boat waves. Audrey. Well, I appreciate it, Audrey, and I appreciate you sending me 20 bucks. If you collect glass, I will try to get you out of box here. I'll try to get it packed up today. I have lots of marbles that I just found. I'll send you a little bag of stuff. It won't cost me much, and I can still use, like, because I dig the stuff for free. I will actually pack it today and try to drop it off at the mail today, at latest tomorrow. See, I get the stuff for free, so, you know, I appreciate the nice letter. Like, I don't know, it'll cost me $3 or $4 to mail it, so the rest of your money will go to the kids in the school that these people. Right here's the letter. I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to go in and get a cup of coffee, and then I'll come out and read this. This is Rick and Kathy Ware. They do talks to kids, and I will get on this. And then I got a Miss Ruth Lansing sent $20 too. So what I will do is when I come back after getting me a cup of coffee, I'm dying for a cup, believe me. I drink a pot of coffee by 1 o'clock every day, and then make another pot. I'm a coffee drinker, that's for sure. But I'll get back here in a minute and show you where these donations are going to go. This is a good cause, and it'll help a bunch of kids get some stuff. So it's where it's going, folks. Later. Alright, this letter is from Rick and Kathy Ware, Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. I don't even know how to say that. Oconomowoc. Oconomowoc. I don't know. Something like that. But the children start school next week. We will present them at that time. Thanks so much for your generous spirit in donating so many Native American artifacts to the St. Paul's Lutheran School 3rd graders. I've enclosed photos of the displays we put together for the kids. Each piece is secured with Velcro circles. That way the kids can remove and replace them safely. Keep up your good work, and blessings to many in Christ. Rick and Kathy Ware. This is a note they wrote where the displays came from, but donated by the channel here. And you know, those people in the former clips that gave $20 made this possible, because you know, with all I make on YouTube and doing this all the time, I'm poor. Not overall, but you know, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table, not by working and doing what I'm doing to do this all the time. I'm leaving $60K a year on the table to do YouTube right now. I'd be making 60 to 90K doing what I was when I started YouTube. But you can see the displays here. They got all these boxes with the displays. This is what they look like. You can see them here. They're awesome. So what we're going to do is if they're doing stuff like this for entire classes, I'm gonna get together some marbles. I got lots of Marble King marbles. I'm gonna get together marbles, artifacts, mostly artifacts, because I think that's what they're talking about, but marbles would be cool to give the kids too in bags. I'm gonna get a big flat rate box together, a couple of them, and we're gonna use this money. You know, it'll be some stuff I found. I got a bunch of cases of, you know, how many broken points do I find? I find a lot of them broken with slight damage stuff. I've looked so long that I just can't keep everything. So I have lots of tools, lots of pottery. We're gonna load them up and send them a big box so they can do this multiple times. And that's where the money's gonna go. And I don't know if I read this one before. I just put it up in the cabinet to save for something like this. I save the donations. I keep none of the money. None of it. It all goes to stuff like this. This woman sent 20 bucks too. Miss Ruth Lansing. So Ruth, your money's going to the shipping to ship these people. Here is something for the kitty fund, Ruth. She sent this on Father's Day. I took a clip of it, but I can't remember if I put it in a mail call video or not. So Ruth, you know, you didn't have to send any money, but you know where it's going to now, and this should make you feel pretty good. It does me, knowing that these people are doing what they're doing. You got to give those people some credit for taking time out of their life to go present kids with this at a school, and they took the time to put them in these boxes. These are awesome displays. I'll send you some better stuff next time. Maybe you can go visit them again and take them another load, or go to another class in the same school. But I'll make sure you get a lot better package this time. I'll send you like 10 times the stuff as I did last time, so you can do that many more kids. Well, this is gonna be it on this one, and I'll show you the coffee I drink. If you're a coffee drinker and you haven't had this, it's basically the best coffee you can buy in terms if you like dark coffee, and if you're not wanting to grind the beans yourself, which that coffee is by far the best, fresh ground beans. But this stuff is good. Folgers Black Silk. I drink it black. It's delicious. There's no bitter taste to it. You can really load up the filter in the coffee pot, and it makes a heck of a cup of coffee. Believe me, it'll get you going in the morning. I drink 4 or 5 of these huge ones before I hit the river, and take one with me usually, and I'm ready to rock and roll after this. It's got a high caffeine content, but you know, it'll never hurt you. Well, this is it on this one. I hope you enjoy. Rick and Kathy Ware, I'll get you out a package within 7 days. I gotta work on it. Gotta go through some stuff. I'll send you a load of stuff you won't believe. Later.